How goes it all? Welcome back to Patterson Properties. So, shout out to Reggie Burris, a friend of mine. He sent me this article, and I saw it on line, and after he sent it to me when he posted it on his social media. But crypto-backed mortgages. Well, family, the time has finally come. Fannie Mae has announced that they will finally accept crypto-backed mortgages via a new company known as Better Home and Finance and Coinbase. Some would say that this was crazy, and some would say that this is ideal, is great, all at the same time, family. It's all in how you look at it, for real. You know, it's all in what works for you. That's why I say I don't give out financial advice. I don't really give out real estate advice. I put my perspective out there, and you go be the adult and do your own research. Because if one has benefited from owning cryptocurrency, then it's a great way to purchase real estate. But if you're not a participant or have lost a lot of money when it comes to cryptocurrency, then you may say the heck with this new situation in real estate. The article stated that it's not the first crypto-backed mortgage, but it is the first accepted Fannie Mae, which is under government conservatorship. The offering allows home buyers to use their crypto assets as collateral. And before I go on, this is great because the cost of real estate has gone up much that basically the most regular everyday working people in 2026 cannot afford to purchase a home because of the price and lack of assets. With having a significant amount of assets like cryptocurrency can or could help potential home buyers to become, got to hit my slide. All right, cool. Become successful in their future endeavors. Fannie Mae will purchase those loans just like any other conforming mortgage. The article said that we have now finally created the infrastructure rails to enable any tokenized asset in America to be able to pledge to help someone offer to buy a home. Vashel Garg, CEO of Better, told CNBC in an interview. It says, it starts with Bitcoin, it starts with USD coin, but going forward it can be Apple stock or Amazon stock or any publicly traded mutual fund, bond fund, something that you might hold in your individual retirement account known as an IRA. You're going to be able to pledge that to buy a home. Because once again, at the end of the day, family, we are forecast to be a nation of renters, and if America wants to see working people become homeowners, then they better allow them to be able to utilize any and all assets that they hold in order to purchase property, especially given the fact that a lot of people's credit scores are not the best anymore. A lot of people don't even have a significant amount of savings. People have more significant amount of money in their individual retirement account, retirement 401k account with their employer, separate brokerage accounts that might hold, like, say, publicly traded companies like Apple stocks and Amazon, or cryptocurrency. So this is the time that we live in now where people want to be able to have the opportunity to purchase a home by utilizing their assets, because we are in a cash deficit / cash poor society when it comes to the United States of America, outside of paying bills on a regular basis. But that's another story for another day. Okay. So the article also stated that this will serve as Americans who have enough crypto assets to fund a mortgage down payment but do not want to sell those assets, which would both incur taxes and forfeit any future appreciation. New mortgage product allows customers to keep the cryptocurrency and still secure home financing. So that's another beautiful thing about this, and there will be more information that comes out about this, is that it's not saying that, because what people did, I did an article a couple of years ago on a gentleman who in my home state of Virginia, who actually profited a lot off of owning cryptocurrency, and he actually had to sell cryptocurrency in order to purchase a home. Basically sold his cryptocurrency, and he put it down as a cash down payment for his home in Arlington, Virginia, which just says a lot, because I think he was able to buy the house on the low end, because most homes in Arlington, Virginia, which is right next door to Washington, D.C., on the other side of the Potomac River, most homes cost between $1 million, million plus, and I think he got his home for $700,000. But he had so much cryptocurrency that he put like $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 payment on the home. So that's how he was able to. But then, you know, he had to find the right mortgage company, bank to ensure that they were able to accept the Bitcoin as a down payment, because it wasn't in cash reserves. It was actually in cryptocurrency, Ethereum and Bitcoin specifically. But anyways, that's an old video that's on my channel. Check it out, Patterson No Properties. Anyways, so to use the product, a borrower must have a Coinbase account, which I have, thankfully, and would have to take out a regular mortgage with Better, as well as a second loan backed by either Bitcoin or USD coin. The upside to this is that like I said earlier, I have a Coinbase account, so I could utilize this in the future. And obviously this is a good deal that Coinbase did, because they're like, hey, more people will want to utilize our services, so therefore we'll profit more in order for us to grow as a company, because it's a publicly traded company now. Anyways, the second loan would be would fund the down payment on the first loan. As an example, on a $500,000 home, a borrower could pledge $250,000 in Bitcoin and get a $100,000 loan to cover the cash down payment. Crypto stays in custody in Better's Coinbase Prime account for the life of the loan and is returned once the loan is repaid. The downside is that the borrower is then paying interest on two loans, which makes it more expensive, but Better offers lower rates than most competitors, and the rates on the loans and the terms on the loans are the same. So once again, you have to do your homework. You have to see if this actually works for you. For me right now, this would not work for me, but could it work for me in the future? Sure, why not? There's a possibility, you know, but life is filled with possibilities, right? But it's because in a sense, you know, the corporate America is becoming much more, I'll say, creative in regards to how they can get loans out to people, because a lot of people are not trying to buy a house because they can't afford it. A lot of people are not trying to buy a car because they can't afford it. That's why they're stretching out more, they're issuing loans for people who are purchasing vehicles, a longer life of a loan, so that instead of people paying the car off in a couple of years' time, it's slated for people to pay off a car within 10 to 15 years or even longer. So therefore, people with the interest payments, people are paying double, in certain instances, triple the amount of what the car is actually worth. But that's the world that we live in now from an economic standpoint. So that's what I said, interesting times. But anyways, I digress. So an article says that you're keeping the appreciation on your asset in the instance of the USDC, the holdings that you hold in USDC, and the yield you get from that can be used to offset the interest payments on the mortgage. And there is also no private mortgage insurance on the secured loan. Borrowers must make one payment to Better, which holds both loans. Remember, all of this is a major game changer in years to come. The entire real estate industry could, hence the word could, utilize via the blockchain. If approved for a loan by Better, Coinbase One members will be eligible for a rebate worth 1% of the mortgage value, capped at $10,000. Other assets like Ethereum and Solana may be added in the future. So this is a game changer. Will it work out? We'll have to see. But the world has changed, and it's the old saying, either you evolve or you disappear. So we'll see what happens, and we will go from there. But it's interesting, and you never know. Maybe in the future I'll be able to utilize this because of the way that the world is going. And I'll leave it at that. So don't forget Patterson No Properties. We wholesale real estate in the DMV area, Pennsylvania, Eastern Pennsylvania area, specifically Reading, Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, Allentown, all that, Lancaster, all that good stuff. Check us out. If you're a stock market investor, crypto investor, individual, retirement account investor, don't forget to check out Weeble/Acorns, Coinbase. All those platforms you'll be able to make some money moves, so you don't live like a fool. You live broke like a fool. And remember, you can't get fired if you own the company. It's 2026, time if you know something. Take care.